Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Something that might have popped up in your algorithm is the story that there's a new road law in New South Wales that prohibits eating, drinking or vaping while driving. If caught, drivers can face fines ranging from $500 to $1,500.
So say that again. So you can be fined for eating or drinking in your car.
This is a new law that's popped up in the algo. Brian, for example, that's Ryan with a B, he was off to bed last night. He had his little sleep hat on.
Were you there?
And this is what he was telling me this morning.
He tucked me in.
And this rule popped up and you went to bed, steam coming out of your ears. And as you understood it, there's a new law that's kicked in now that you're going to get fined. Have you seen the mobile phone detecting cameras on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen them.
No, I haven't. But I've seen on the news that
they're
they get people.
They're a yellow trailer.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a square.
No, I have seen that. Is
Anyway,
that what that does?
They're the phone detecting cameras. So this is what's popped up in Brian's algorithm, and it said that this new law is come into effect in October. So you can no longer eat
You can't
or
eat
drink.
or drink. You can't take a sip of coffee. You can't take
Yep.
a sip of water in your car.
Exactly. The law is...
This is a new law.
Well, no. Here's the rub. The law is a part of a broader initiative to promote full driver attention, blah, 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 blah. This road rule has been around for a long time. It's Road Rule 297.
It's my favourite road rule.
brackets 1, which is a general road rule that states a driver must not drive a vehicle unless the driver has proper control of the vehicle. This is the same law that rules out having a pet on your lap while driving.
Yeah.
I say that to Miss April all the time. Come on, honey.
Stay in the back.
So anyway,
So-
right now the fines are this. So
Right.
if say, for example, you have a one-handed snack, you're driving along the road eating a traveller pie.
Or paddle pop.
Okay. If a copper who was an orphan, meaning a bad copper, decided to throw the book at you, could do that, you'd get a $4 fine and 3 demerit points.
But when you say copper,
Yeah.
it'd be the algorithm
Under the police
of
discretion.
the phone.
Well, so the phone detection cameras, what happens with those, they're positioned on various streets, so they register hand movement. So you're
Yes.
driving along in your car and
eating a soup.
eating a soup, which you should have the book thrown at you for that, by the way. But it detects that you're doing that. The thing about it, there's a human that looks through each of those pictures.
And says they're not on their phone.
Right, that's
they're this, they're that,
that,
they're
you know,
whatever.
that's that dude's doing this dude's got his hand on the phone, etc. So conspiracists might be saying this is a way of getting rid of that human element from these.
Just if it picks up any movement of your hand, you're done.
Yeah. But
Is this enforceable?
no, well, yes, it is. Once again, if you had a police officer that wanted to be a bit of a, I'm trying to remember.
Hard nut?
Yeah, okay, very good. Hard nut. They can fine you for that. You could have a copper that can fine you for anything. Oh, your blinker's not flashing
But
fast
these
enough.
laws are already in place.
They're already in place. And ask me the question, why now?
Why now?
Well, I'm glad you asked. A large amount of people have just come across this rule. So now as we've got our phones and stuff, someone will see that on Google, they'll put it onto Facebook. So what
Not
happens?
while they're driving, Brendan.
This in turn triggers the algorithm of all of a sudden, and people like Brian are sitting upright in bed going to sleep angry because they're going, oh, right, they've started this new law. It's not a new law. The law has been around for a long time. One does beg the question, though, does that mean that these phone detection cameras will now be picking up on you eating food, etc.? Because a lot of people don't push back on that. If they get a fine from the mobile phone
You
detection
assume,
camera,
fair enough.
and they go, oh, what was I doing? I can't remember. So it behooves you to, when you get
Check
one of
out
those
whether he was
fines.
seen eating your suey min.
Yeah. Once again, if you're eating a suey min while you're driving a car, you should have the book thrown at
enough to use chopsticks and drive, that's fair enough.
you. See, on one hand, you think that's great. On the other hand, I think that's like a death trap. Hot fluids, chopsticks, what could possibly go wrong? Anyway, it's...
So what you're saying, if it comes up in your algorithm,
Yep.
don't be too outraged because this has existed before. It's just at the moment people are saying, have you seen this part of the law?
Yeah, which was a bummer because I thought it would have been a great pub test, but there's no fire here.